What up? Welcome to Mr. Brown's class where there's no whining and no complaining. Today, we're looking at percent of a whole. Okay, so the whole, right, is all of everything. Okay, and so you'll kind of understand what we're going to do here. We've talked about ratio tables before, and we're going to use something similar here. Okay, so on this question, we have 30%. Let's go ahead and underline this. 30%, okay, of the students, all right, ride the bus. If 210 did not ride the bus, so 210 did not ride the bus, how many are there in all? Okay, so we're going to make up the table just like the ratio, where we have percent, right, and we have actual over here. Right, now 30% rode the bus, so we're going to write rode right here. Right, so 30% rode the bus. Okay, now if 210 did not ride the bus, so didn't, okay, that goes over here in the actual. That's not a percent. All right, now how many are there in all? When they say they're in all, they're talking about the total. Right, now we always know that this is going to be 100%. Okay, so when you're talking about a percent of a whole, right, 100% has to go here where the total is. Right, now they start us off here with a tricky one, which is good. Right, because we can't set up a proportion when we solve these by using a proportion, because we know the percent that rode, but we don't know how many actually rode the bus. And we know how many actually did not ride the bus, but we don't know the percent. But we can find the percent because these two numbers have to equal 100%. So to find out this percent, we're just going to subtract 100 minus 30. Because these two, the percent that rode and the percent that didn't, has to equal 100%. Okay? Now they want to know how many there are in all. So they want to know this number right here. So we're going to set up a proportion. 70 over 100 equals 210 over x. So now we're going to cross multiply. So 70x equals, divide by 70. We can cross that off. Okay, reduce by 10. Now 7 goes into 21 3 times. Okay, so it's going to be 300. Okay, so 300 total. Now we can work that out. I'm going to go ahead and dividing. Alright, but you can see that 21 divided by 7 is 3. Alright, so 2100 divided by 7 is going to be 300. So there's 300 students total. Alright, now that means that there were 90 here. But we don't need to, that's not part of the question. But notice how these two have to equal the total. Alright, let's look at this one. Shanna, right, correctly answered 17 questions. So correctly, of the 20 questions on the game show, right? What percent of the questions did she answer correctly? Right? So we're going to write C for correct, W for wrong, T for total. We're going to have percent, and we're going to have actual. Okay, so she answered 17 correct out of the 20 total questions. Now, we don't need to know this, but that means that she got 3 wrong, okay, because these have to equal. All right, what percent of the question did she get correct? Now, we know that this has to be 100%, right? So we need to know this right here. So we did not need this 3, but I just wanted to show you this, right? And these percents have to equal 100. So we have x over 100 equals 17 over 20. Okay? Now 1700 equals 20x. Divide by 20. This one I have to work out. So 20 into 1700. Right? So this is going to be 8. Going to be 5, so 85%, right? So they got 85% correct. All right, that means that if this is 85%, what percent did she get wrong? 15%, because these two have to equal 100. Okay, why don't you see if you can do this one on your own? Pause it. Okay, so if 70% of the members remembered the password and 21 forgot, then how many members were there in all? Okay, so we're going to put percent actual right, R for remembered, okay, F for forgot, T for total. And we know that this is going to be 100%. Okay, now 70% of the members remembered the password. 21 forgot. Now this one's very similar to this one up here. Okay, so if 70% remembered, 30% forgot. Now we just need to know how many there were in all. So we need to know this. So we have 30 over 100 equals 21x. So 30x equals 2100. Okay, because we cross multiplied. Right? Divide both by 10. 221 divided by 3 is 7. So 210 divided by 3 is 70. So there were 70 total questions, or members. All right? If this video helped you, make sure that you subscribe and like below. And remember, be more awesome.